Opa, voltamos aqui no Alan Wake. Tá, o médico aqui apareceu pra mim, pedindo pra me seguir ele. E é isso aí. Tá, vamos dar uma explorada aqui. Ó, Night Springs. Night Springs, the video game. Isso parece um mapa, né? Olha esse desenho aqui. O cara com o machado e eu com a lanterna ali. Cara, que doideira, mano. Enfim, vamos lá. Esse urso aqui. Nossa, um elevador. O lugar todo
Now,
rústico.
Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Concordo.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Esse cara aqui.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Emerson.
I got you. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, haga.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Essa velha aí que eles estão falando.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
Tá. Essa Baba Yaga que eles estão falando ali.
Tired, man. So
Eu acho que é a bruxa lá. A Barbara Jagger. Com certeza é ela. Não é explorada por aqui, não. Staff.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Night Springs.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Esse QR Code aqui. Caralho, agora eu tô curioso, mano. Calma aí. Vou ver esse QR Code aqui, mano. Que porra é essa? E que será que dá esse QR Code, mano? Show. Calma. Cara, what the fuck? O que tem um QR Code no meio do... Será que dá pra alguma coisa interessante?
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Tá, abre uma página no site do game, tá ligado? That look painful. Ok, não é nada demais, mas abre uma página no site do game mostrando um GIF do criador. Não saquei a referência, mas da hora isso aqui. Tá, vamos aí, vai. Outra garrafa de café aqui. Eu peguei lá de baixo? Acho que eu peguei, né? Com certeza eu peguei.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Tá. Então vamos. Wake. Emerson. Lane.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
Ah, tinha dado problema aqui com o meu microfone. Acho que eu consegui resolver. Tá, vamos aí.
Well, things run rather fast, aren't they?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
What the fuck, man?
It's my store. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Essa coruja. Será que o QR Code ainda tá ali? Vamos ver. Ainda tá.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Deixa eu passar aí, fela. Não é aqui?
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses words, since you're so tough, Bert.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake,
Can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Tá. Esses quadros aqui, bagulho cabreiro, mano.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time. And he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Tá, vamos.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Ia comentar, mas ainda bem que o jogo.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking
Barry?
for me.
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Come on, pau. Saiu. Mano, bugou o jogo. Meu Deus do céu, não acredito nisso, mano. Cara. Meu Deus, mano. Bugou. Cara, olha o tamanho desse gordo do caralho aqui, cara. Ah, mano. Não dá pra fazer nada, tá ligado?
But it could be my only chance
Cara,
of
que
getting out of
inferno, mano.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers,
Sinclair
are ya?
looked bad.
Not so weak
That wasn't a
now,
love tap.
are
The
we?
crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna do your crazy quack ass to split!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
Jesus, cara.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Ué, porra.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Tá caindo a porra toda.
Presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Ai, porra, meu Deus. Mano. Nossa.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Cara, que porra é essa? É o DBD essa porra. Dead by Daylight, foda-se. Nossa. Porra, esse.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Cara, cuzão da porra, mano. Tá, como faço aqui agora? Meu Deus. Pra atrair a atenção dela. Beleza. Ai, 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 ai. Não é pra cá. Não é pra cá também. Ah, pra onde? Ah, tá. Nossa. Ah, vou fazer ela quebrar essa porta aqui então, né? Ah, já vou aí, pai. Eu vou explorar antes. Relaxa, dog. Calma, legal aí, senão perco coisas. Ah, nada pra cá. Nada pra cá também. Não, não tem nada.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Valeu.
Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Para. Pra tomar das costas. Oh, porra. Relaxa aí, dog. Está desesperadão. Tá. Esse labirinto aí. Eu sou muito bom em labirinto, mano. Ó, mano. Tá. Aqui não tem nada. Vamos ver aqui. Tá, nada pra cá. Don't trust anyone. Tá.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Tem nada aqui. Ah, nem aqui. Tá.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Não tá falando essa porra. É aquele Emerson lá, né? Ah, nem é o outro lá. Acho que é Jack, não. Nossa. Esquiva, cara. Meu Deus do céu. Cara. Tá, vem então. Nossa, vai se fuder, mano. Cara, o Alan... Ai, cara, o Alan não consegue esquivar, mano. Não, Alan. Do bagulho errado. Cara. Tá. avançar legal aqui. Tá. Bora. É que eu pego essas armas e eu não uso muito elas, tá ligado? É isso que eu tô usando agora. Inclusive tem achievements pra ela, então pra elas é bom usar elas. Nossa, demora do caralho.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Caralho, será que o Barry morreu? Gordinho bololô. Tá, vamos aí. Tem alguma coisa pra cá? Ó. Baú ali. Ele pula igual o cara do GTA Vice City, mano. Ó, o manuscrito ali.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Look. Esse Hartman aí é um nóia, mano. Porra é essa? Ah, tem um mano ali na frente. Ah, é o Barry, o gordinho.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Tá.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Nossa. Cara.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it! It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al! Hey, found a corner! I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig. Here it is! Al, I found the key! Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah, Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Olha ele indo lá embaixo, carregando a porra do pôster dele. Vai se fuder, mano. Tá, calma aí, deixa eu ir ali em cima antes. Ah, mas sério? Meu Deus do céu, mano. Caralho, esse cara não querendo deixar pegar esse manuscrito aqui não, hein.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Tá, começou a falhar. Tá. Ah, pra cá não tem mais nada, né? Eu vim daqui, não foi? Ou não? Caralho, cara. Nossa senhora, olha a minha vida, mano. Caralho, eu esquivei pra frente. Ai, mano, olha a minha... Cara, muito paia isso aí, mano. Não consigo fazer nada, viado. Caralho, que xereca, mano. Não, não vou atrás daquele bagulho lá atrás que eu já peguei. De manuscrito. Olha isso, cara. Ô, não tem nem o que eu fazer, mano. Vai tomar no cu, cara. Aquele manuscrito lá já peguei, já. Ele contabiliza pela primeira vez que já pegou. Não, eu vou pegar aquele bagulho ali. Olha essa porra. Meu Deus do céu, mano. Cara, sério, mano. Vai se fuder, velho. Cara, olha isso aqui, cara. Meu Deus, mano. Vai tomar no cu, velho. Que parte horrível, cara. Eu não consigo fazer nada, mano. Olha isso. Ai, meu Deus do céu, mano. Cara. Meu Deus, cara. Ah, eu vou surtar jogando isso aqui, mano. Cara, eu não sei se contabiliza também a garrafa de café, tá ligado? Mano, sem maldade. Cara, vai se fuder, mano. Cara, que parte... Cara. Olha isso aqui, cara. Meu Deus, mano, que parte odiosa. Sério, moleque. Sério. Quero muito me matar jogando isso aqui, mano. Eu quero me matar jogando isso aqui, mano. Sem lanterna, sem porra nenhuma, cara. No pelo. E esse filho da puta aqui, ele é um... Ai, mano. Cara, eu quero que se foda, mano. Eu não vou mais pegar aquela garrafa de café. Eu vou só passar reto. Foda-se. Eu vou só correr igual um desgraçado, mano. Eu não tô nem aí. Foda-se. Esse bosta aqui não come. Deixa eu ficar aqui atrás da... Olha isso aqui, cara. Cara, olha isso, cara. Como que pode ser tão sedentário assim, mano?
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Huh. Nightingale.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Agora eu vou ter que girar aquela porra ali. Cara. Ai. Cara, o que? Eu não vou nem comentar, cara.
Movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Agora eu vou voltar lá e vou pegar aquela porra da... Foda que... Não tem nem pilha ali, mano. Não vou não, mano. Se tivesse pilha eu teria ido. Vou pegar lá aquela garrafa de café. Porque os bagulho eu sei que contabilizou uma vez já era, tá ligado? Mas as garrafas de café? Sai, eu não sei, tá ligado? Mano, eu não vou nem pensar muito aqui, viado. Eu vou só seguir, cair fora, mano. Isso, pode vir. Não tem como dar partida disso aqui, né, mano? Cara. Mano, olha esse sedentarismo aqui, mano. Ai, caralho, mano. Cara, ô, sério mesmo, mano. Não poder fazer nada contra esses caras aí é palhaçada, hein, mano. Cadê? Eu quero voltar. Quero ver qual que é desse gerador aqui. Ué? Tá de brincadeira. Eu vim achando que era algum bagulho. Tá, vai. Cara, sério, mano. Que partezinha demoníaca, mano. Nossa senhora, mano. Espero nunca mais ter que jogar essa parte aqui, mano. Ou algo parecido. Sério, sem ter uma peça na mão, o bagulho dá uma dificultada monstra. E essa porra aqui não sabe... Sedentário do caralho.
was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Pagando o preço da precipitação. Que frase é essa? Caralho, é um delayzinho, né, pra pensar. Ai, porra, mano. Ah, vai, vamos lá.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Sim. Que isso aqui? Ah, mano, sério? What the fuck?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Vocês de novo, né? Onde é que essa porra brilha, mano? Óbvio que a luz acabou, né, mano?
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Tá. Ó. Como eu chego ali? Toma. Perdão. Quase que eu pisei aqui, hein? Ele não sabe fazer a mesma coisa, não? Tá. Continuando aqui no próximo vídeo. Próximo vídeo, a gente dá continuidade nessa parada aqui. É nóis, valeu.